I'm in a tunnel, foot on the gas. I see these demons, hoping I crash. All that I wanted, like the last laugh. Gotta move fast, get to the bag. I saw the signs for so long, just a reminder to hold on. Ain't gonna cry or go home, stay strong, yeah. Walls keep closing in, I keep going in. See that I'm gonna be the first, but they praying that I won't let. And you know that I get better when I wanna get better.
On my grind, it's 24/7, I don't settle. I demand my respect, cause they'll finesse you if you let them. Told myself I was the champion, went and got the medals. I showed the world my true colors and they was black and yellow. I let the past be the past, I'm on a new level. It's hard to pick which car to drive, I got a few of them. The first to make it cross the line like a true winner. Cause if you knew better, then you do better. Yeah, better when I wanna get better.
Chosen one, born to shine. I can't stop, one more try. I know that it's my time.
Let the past be the past, I'm on a new level.
No regrets, born to shine. I can't stop, one more try. I know that I'll be fine.
Yeah.
And you
the sun is up, so run it down, get your money up. I put money down on all of us, on my people now, on what I love. Ooh, baby, it's dangerous. Your problems are just not the same to us. We're dealing with things you ain't seen before. We're feeling the weight of our ancestors. We're healing with ways that don't last for long. Don't happen the time and it obvious. No help for the weak, but the strong. Plenty here for it for all of us. Now bring out the drums and the and my homies got rich doing that they said wouldn't work. Bring out the and the it'll load them, but I'm gon' the place with them car. I see the bums that be wishing we end in the ditch at the pain to see them and hurt. I see the love that we give and the love that we get. Make sure everything come up full circle. We're from nothing to something, got all of us jumping it that we made from the air. We went from running and with nothing to stop it, just beat in the neighborhood, bruh. They ain't the person alive that be matching the vibe, and honestly ain't even fair. They ain't the do with the drive and the vision like I have unless I go look in the mirror, babe. So run it up, the sun is up, so run it down, get your money up. I put money down on all of us, on my people now, on what I love. Ooh, baby, we run it up. Yeah, the minute the sun is up, there's no rest to shut it down. Working for real, get your money up. Believe it on God, put money down. I'm betting the odds on all of us. I do it for all of my people now. Put that on everything that I love. Check. Yeah, on everything that I love. Yeah, ain't nothing that come above. Now we go from angry and mad to happy and glad to find a solution for us. We go from sorry and sad to ready to grab a then get to the front. I want the money, the cash, the moolah, the bag, the currency, stacking it up. We want the freedom to live and the freedom to have the things we be lacking, my bruh. So what are we lacking? I could point it out. So much that's around, better settle down. No point doing that, or they send the hounds. Bite me in the, put me in the ground, turn me into ash, culture carried down. From those who came up before me, I'm here to change the story. Death is around every corner. When life isn't free for a person, dog, you act like an animal corner. Savage is speaking a language, you don't understand.
Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. As we take a peek at Sam Darnold, the former USC Trojan and third pick in the 2018 draft.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now, because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. He's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Here's Darnold. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there's an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Off of play action, Darnold. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he gets him all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
5 yards from the end zone, first and goal.
Go set.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. To the left side, catch made by Arroyo. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on third and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Walker once more. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers.
Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder.
Well, they had the great field position to start that opening drive. They only get 3 out of it, but still they get 3. So maybe kind of a win for the offense, Charles, and kind of a win for the defense as well.
Yeah, I would say win-win seems to sum the whole thing up because where that ball was placed to start, that's tough on the defense, and they held them to 3. Now, if you're the offense, you're thinking to yourselves, how do we open up the playbook later on in this game and turn this 3 into 6s down the stretch?
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Well, the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And prior to last season, his team asked him to put everyone on his back and carry them to success, and he did exactly that. Now, at this point in his career, all he cares about is postseason success and finding a way to get his team to a Super Bowl.
Allen. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Allen to throw it. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. Down the right sideline. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately. That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is it still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat, like the guys
I like
in the
that.
circle?
I like that. Yeah, just take that little extra weight off of him and start to play freely.
Here's Allen. He'll dump this off to Cook. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
A gain of 15. And the Bills first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Now Allen again. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Leonard Williams coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Allen going to throw. This to the tight end, Kincaid. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Prater's kick is good. And the Bills are going to tie the game at 3.
So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Now it's Darnold. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line.
At the 37-yard line.
Darnold. And Walker has it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now to the ground, here's Walker. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
2nd down and a yard. Darnold now to throw. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Cooper Kupp, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays right after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
From the 23, here's a 2nd and 5.
At the 23-yard line.
Now Allen. That's taken in. It's Keon Coleman.
First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
But now he appears to be in some pain. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now a 2nd and 10.
Moore, the man in motion. Now Allen. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and
1. Allen taking it himself.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
First down. 2 yards on the play.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. He's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Bills. First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
Look out!
To the air, Allen. Slant right, going to be caught by Palmer. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 12-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
To throw, it's Allen. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bills are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Escapes the defender. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Seahawks take back over. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 49-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Darnold. That'll be caught by Cobb. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
Defensively going forward, they're going to have to watch out for him on plays just like that. It's a drag route across the field, and they're trying to free him up and let him run after the catch. That won't be the last time we see that play, and it works there to pick up a first down.
Back to throw, Darnold. He completes this to Walker. So he stopped for no gain. And that will bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10. To the air again, Darnold. They'll get this one to Cobb, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now Darnold. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they will take the lead at 13-10. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
Jason Meyer is kicking off for Seattle.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
And here come the Bills.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Allen now looks to throw. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Allen. Able to shake him off. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now on to punt. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns. It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Here's Darnold. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Joey Bosa. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Turn his TV off, 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 turn his TV off. Ain't no other king in his rap thing, make siblings, nothing but my children.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15.
We're going to sign.
The play fake, and it's Darnold.
Well, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away.
Back deep for Buffalo, Brandon Condrington.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Buffalo's set to get the football back here. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Throwing now is Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple in this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's Allen to throw it. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen, but this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Allen. Now he'll tuck this and run. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the 1st on the scramble.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Bills' 1st down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Here's Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 on the Seahawks' 39-yard line.
Cook up the gut. And it'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Allen now on the sneak. And he is going to have the Bills' 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
Now this time, Allen will throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Allen going to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Prater's kick is good. And that's going to tie us at 13. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Looking to put a drive together. Now it's Darnold. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? To throw is Darnold. And that one complete downfield to Cup. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, he's been a busy man in this first half. They've targeted him quite a bit, including both plays here to start this drive. And until that defense starts reacting a little better, they may just keep going back to him.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Part of the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Joey Bosa able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Darnold. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Cooper Kupp with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Myers connects on the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And able to get this out to the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They trail 20-13 our scores. They have it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Now Allen. Incomplete. Right side to Cook. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
So no gain on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. And they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. They'll send the tight end in motion. Now Allen. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And 3rd and 8 now. Allen to throw once more. That is caught. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll give to Cook on the read option. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
To throw, it's Allen. He's got the connection to Moore. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this 1st half. It's a 1st down.
At the 28-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
To the air, Allen. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Ernest Jones. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Motion man is Shakir. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. A give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So a long drive, 11 plays all told, but in the end, they come away with nothing.
And what can you do from an offensive standpoint except pat your kicker on the head and say, get them next time?
Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
That's good for a Seahawks. First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Outside. Outside.
Off of play action, Darnold. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
And down he goes again. A bevy of sacks in less than a half. But this defense is still losing the game. They've got to fix something because there should be no excuse for losing with an effort like this on that side of the ball. They need to take advantage when their defense is generating this kind of pressure so early in the game.
Third and 19. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Bills. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit. And then now you can see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Kind of picked themselves up from that one.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. It'll be a gain of 5. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Round 80!
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Bills first down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Bills.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
The Bills on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Allen now looks to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the 2nd quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week. Solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. It'll be a loss of 13 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Here's Darnold. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Play action. It's Darnold. He'll try and do this himself. Oh, some strong running. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Bills ready to take over. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Moore, the man in motion. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Curtis Jones able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
319!
Allen. That's going to be caught by Samuel. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Allen to throw it. That's taken in by his big tight end. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards the final tally.
That's good for a Bills 1st down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Allen going to run with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before it gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
It's a gain of 10.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
They run it again with Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Here's Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on third down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Throwing now is Allen. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bills drive stalls out on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play? Or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
Here's Darnold. And Walker has it. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 50, it's Darnold. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
To throw is Darnold. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Gregory Rousseau. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt.
The Seahawks. The Bills take
The Bills offense back out onto the field. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The tight end in motion right. Allen going to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Bills.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Moore, the motion man. Now Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. Here's a 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good.
From the gun, it's Allen. This to the tight end, Kincaid. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Seahawks 41-yard line.
Allen off the play fake. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
First down. A gain of 12.
Now Allen again. Setting up the screen for Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
To throw, it's Allen. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
319! Where's that? Where's that?
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. To the air, Allen. He's got the connection to Moore. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Looking to throw. Allen. Allen going to run with it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, as the first half is winding down. And the Bills have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Prater for the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
At the 37-yard line.
Darnold. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. That is incomplete. So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports Halftime Report starts now. Here's Scott Hanson.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Scott Hanson back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the third quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us. Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Here's Cook again. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their number one goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
Round 80!
Allen from the gun on third down. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'm not sure that that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Another tone for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And pass complete to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Here's Horton. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
53 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quick bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4.
We go set.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
It's a gain of 28 yards. And the Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now Darnold.
Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. Second down and 3.
We go set.
Here's Darnold. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Go set.
Darnold now to throw. And he is caught. And the Seahawks are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
We're outside.
Throwing again is Darnold. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
Back to throw, Darnold. Touchdown! Jackson Smith and Jigba. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Now Myers for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. That time a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown catch.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Allen. That's caught by Kincaid, working the middle of the field. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Allen taking it himself. And he is going to have a Bills first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Jaron Reed coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Allen. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This will be fielded at the 17. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
69 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
That's good for the Seahawks. First down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And Walker once more.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
To throw is Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone, throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 43. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, And then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
That's taken in by Arroyo. And the Seahawks are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Go, set. Hey, set.
Again, Darnold. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it's in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it all culminates with a Seattle score.
Myers to kick off for Seattle.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Off the play fake. Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
Now we've got a timeout for an injured player, and oh, this is certainly notable. That's Josh Allen who's in some pain out there. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. In motion goes the tight end. First throw now for the backup Trubisky. And he's going to go down again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Moore, the man in motion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Out to the flat here for Johnson.
That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
And they got the safe completion on 3rd. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. That's taken it around the 40. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Now it's Darnold. Throw left side, complete to Cup. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up second down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Here's Darnold. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Third and 12.
He'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now Allen.
And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
From the gun, it's Allen.
Open man is Palmer.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Up the middle to Davis. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
A first down carry for Davis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And now they'll throw with Allen. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From midfield, here's Allen. Complete is Johnson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Allen going to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To the air, Allen. They'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Here's Allen. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And out now come the Seahawks. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
He completes this to Walker. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
To the air again, Darnold. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Here's Darnold. He won't find a space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
At the Bills' 43-yard line.
Darnold. He finds Smith and Jigba. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now Darnold. He'll try to pick it up himself. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. 2nd and 9. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They get 9 there, and in the process escaping their end zone, picking up a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
To throw, it's Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Now Allen. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Moore, the man in motion. Allen. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up with safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
Matt Prater is set to
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This is taken at the 18. Stiff-armed him. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
They're going right back to Walker.
7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll get this one to Cobb complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Back to throw, Darnold. Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Darnold now to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
Able to fight, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Sam Darnold, an 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the fourth quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And a 9-yard it.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bills getting set to go.
And now their hill to climb has gotten taller. They had the safety last time they had the football. That led to the touchdown a moment ago. So that deficit going in the wrong direction as they try to right the ship here. 1st and 10.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Round 80!
Allen now looks to throw. Has his man, it's Shakir.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen.
He's got the connection to Moore.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Moore, the motion man right.
Here's Allen to throw it. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Allen again. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. One final try here for Allen. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
That's good for a Bills first down. A gain of 36 yards. 1st down, Buffalo.
Now Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Davis going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Khalil Shakir from 4 yards out. And the Bills get a bit closer. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for 2.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. Allen going to run with it. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Yeah, the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
Looking to put a drive together.
We're going to set. Hey, set.
Hands it to Walker to begin the series. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
2nd down and 6 now.
We're going to set. Hey, set.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this will be a Seahawks 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
Brings up 2nd and
Officially
10.
nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
We're going to set. Hey, set.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now it's Darnold. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 2nd down.
Give him the completion, no gain, but let's focus in on that tackle. Open field tackling, the hardest thing to do in the game, I believe.
But when you get outside the tackle box, it becomes a numbers game. The defense had more than they could block. That'll be caught by Cup. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 26. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bills shaken up on the play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
To throw is Darnold.
Now he's going to step up and run.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. That'll be caught. It's caught. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter. They begin with a run by Davis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it's 3rd and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Allen. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Allen, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
He'll try and do this himself. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Darnold, he can beat you in a number of ways, and there the scramble for the first.
Seahawks, first down. First and goal on the 5-yard line.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. And Oliver able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Here we go, set. Reset.
To try again after the sack. Darnold got his man complete over the middle. It's Walker. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw here. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Play action. Now it's Allen. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jobe. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
We go, set.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
He completes this to Walker.
And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the field.
Inside give to Davis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Davis, the ball carrier. DeMarcus Lawrence on the stop.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
Allen going to throw.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker.
2-yard gain.
Allen going to go on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Julian Love picks it. And the Seahawks are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
Here's Walker to start the drive. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
26 yards. And the Seahawks.
And Darnold wants to throw a football. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. A.J. Epinesa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Darnold. Finding room at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43.
Now a tip of the cap to the man under center, Charles. He just went over 400 yards passing in this ball game. He's got the touchdown passes to boot, taking pretty good care of the ball. Just all around a really solid performance.
Yeah, just check, 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 and check, right? Because he certainly showed he was worthy of the trust that his team put in him. A handful of touchdowns to his credit thus far. Now he's just crossing off yardage miles.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. And Oliver, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
The Bills take over 1st and 10. That's their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try to prepare going forward.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And they take a knee.
Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.